Forum, Council Lady Porterfield, and got you, Councilman Rosenberg. Councilman Cash. And Council Lady Swore, I thought I saw you a minute ago. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much. Did I miss anybody on our committee?
Councilor Hancock is here.
Very good, thank you. My sweater could be just a little worse than yours, but we'll see. Mine's older, I got it here now. So happy holidays, guys, and welcome to our Education Committee. Let me get started. We do have a forum. Pursuant to Governor Lee's Executive Order number 65 regarding electronic meetings, I make a motion that this committee meeting agenda constitutes essential business of the Metro Council and that the meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennessee in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. Second. Okay. Roll call here. Council Lady Porterfield.
Aye.
Councilman Cash.
Aye.
Council Lady Hancock.
Aye.
Councilman Rosenberg.
Aye.
And Council Lady Swara.
Hi.
Okay, thank you very much. We are good to go. We have one resolution, Resolution 2020-658 by Johnson, Gamble, Hancock, Welsh, Swara, Ellen, and Porterfield. Who is going to be the point person for this resolution?
If there's no other sponsor on the call, I will be one of the sponsors, but I thought maybe the lead sponsor or somebody is here.
Yes, I'm a sponsor as well, whatever you need.
Glad to take whoever wants to take it up. Who wants to take the lead? We have two of the sponsors here. So Council Lady Swara or Hancock, either of you want to?
Yes.
Three of the sponsors are here. Chair, I'm a sponsor on the legislation as well. It looks like we may have Council Member Johnson on the call from the CARES Act Committee. She's muted, but it looks like she's on, Chair.
Okay, thanks so much. Council Lady Johnston, would you like to take this on? And if you're muted, if you do.
I believe she's in another committee right now.
Okay.
Chair, I would like to move for approval, please.
Okay.
Second.
Move for approval, second. Discussion? I see Councilman Rosenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At a previous meeting, or a couple meetings ago, there was a resolution that was going to allocate money to metro schools for CARES Act. Is this a new version of the same resolution? And either way, how does it compare in the amount that goes to metro schools, and how do the two resolutions relate to each other, please?
Okay.
I can attempt to answer that.
Council Lady Swara.
So when we first did the allocation of CARES Act money to the school, it ended up that they did not spend all the money. So another resolution, I believe 611, was filed asking that we allow them to now use the leftover fund to be able to fund additional laptops and equipment for teachers. Now, the difference between that one and this one is that actually has a leftover amount that was being called for. But I think this one in its entirety now says whatever the leftover money is will go with the reserve in 657. I think that's the difference between the two, from my understanding, and Director Cooper might be here or Anna. But when I did ask the question, the difference is that this is still saying whatever leftover money they have, we're approving for them to use it. We're not putting any dollar amount in it. the dollar amount that is attached to it would now be added to, if you look at the resolution in its entirety, it has a language that the dollar amount will be added to the reserve fund. We were locating it under that resolution 657. So I hope that does not confuse you any further.
Councilor Swartz. Councilman Rosenberg, does that help? I have Hank Clay and Hannah Zeitlin with hands raised. Possibly one of those can shed a little bit more light. Is that okay?
They'll do a better job.
Yeah, good job though. Hannah, did you have something?
I was just going to say this is meant to take the place of 2020-611, which was the last resolution on this topic. And I might throw it to Hank Clay. He had his hand up earlier, but.
Thank you. Chair, would you like me to?
Yeah, glad to.
Thank you, Chair. This is Hank Clay with Metro Nashville Public Schools. Happy to serve our students and teachers. Let's see, Councilman Rosenberg, thank you for your question, and Councilman Suara, you did an excellent job explaining it. A little slight difference. We were able to spend all the money. The great news is that we actually were able to compete for a state grant that we're able to provide $11 million to help offset. And so what this does is expand the categories with which we could spend the money to make sure that we could take advantage of every penny coming from different sources. And the difference between this and what was brought up in October is that the CARES Act committee decided to take $5 million from the original $24 million allocation, and instead of and do an additional step of asking us to reapply to the committee for the funds, they would set the funds in reserve for us. Does that answer your question, Councilman?
So as far as MNPS is concerned, this is a good thing?
This is a result of a lot of conversation and compromise, and we're supportive of the will of the committee. Thank you. It's
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Councilman Cash, I see you have a question.
Yeah, thanks. Just that answered my questions. I initially put my hand up to insert the detail that there was a state grant that was applied for and received. Look, Metro Schools has been turned upside down as many of our institutions have with this pandemic. And I certainly support, and I think they've done a great job of getting, changing the way they deliver education and making sure, teachers have the technology they need to reach students, and making sure students as quickly as they can have the right technology. I am certainly in support of this bill and appreciate all that Metro Schools has done to make the changes necessary to continue educating our kids as they have.
Good, thank you, Councilman Cash. Any other questions? Councilor Suara?
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to just make sure that I'm clear that while the $5 million is being being taken and put in the reserve, which is the difference between 611 and 658. I want to assure us that $5 million is not being taken away from NMPS, because if you look at 657, that $5 million was specially carved out to go back to NMPS. And so it's just that the way it went roundabout, but that was one of my questions to the director, to make sure that even though that's the difference, MMPS is not losing that $5 million. It's in the reserve, but in the reserve, it was specially designated back to MMPS, and I wanted to make that clear. So thank you.
Did that your question's answered? Okay. Councilman Cash, another question?
Sorry, no, I'll take it down.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't see any more questions. Ready for a vote in support of the resolution, or for the resolution. Let me do a roll call. Council Lady Porterfield?
Aye.
Councilman Cash?
Aye.
Council Lady Hancock?
Aye.
Councilman Rosenberg. Councilman Rosenberg.
Aye.
Okay, I can read your lips, so I'm good. Council Lady Suara
Aye.
and an aye for myself. So that gives us 6 in favor. I'm sorry, did I miss someone?
Oh, apologies, Councilman Druffel, Sarah and Evans. I came in late and I'm an aye as well.
Oh, good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Council Lady Evans, great. So 7 in favor, 0 against. The resolution passes in favor. And that's all we have on our docket. I think Council Lady, just a quick note to our Education Committee. I know Council Lady Evans and Vice Chair is working on another series of meetings with the school board. Looking forward to that. So more to come next year so that we can spend a little bit more time getting to know some of the policies and programs at MNPS. So with that, have a great holiday. Thank you.